everyone, my name is Tatiana, proud plant mama to more houseplants than I can count right now. I'm going to start here with my Jasmine plant, my star Jasmine. I got this as a cutting from one of my mom's bigger plants that she has down in Florida, and I got it with some roots. It was doing really well, was growing within this little cage that I had going on here, hanging in my window. And unfortunately, I think it was kind of up and away. I wasn't paying as much attention to it as I should have, and I noticed the other day that all of the leaves are kind of crinkly and dead, and you just saw them fall off here. So I'm going to see if maybe there's something salvageable with the roots. I'm not really sure, obviously, because I haven't taken a look, but I don't really like to throw away my plants that I think are dead. I have had luck kind of having a plant grow back when I feel like it's dead. I leave it on a windowsill and there's new life. So I'm gonna check if the roots are healthy, if there's anything that's salvageable. I kind of have all these dead leaves, and I think it's just best to take them off. I really think that originally I had roots that were not big enough to support the overall plant and all the leaves. I probably could have done a little better, taken some cuttings off of it, taken a smaller portion, and kind of let the plant have some energy to focus on those leaves. I'm right now kind of peeling these leaves off so I can get it out of the bird cage that I have going on here. It was kind of like one of the things that I had on hand when I wanted to hang a plant, and I thought this would look super cute with some sort of vining plant growing around it. If I don't have any luck with this Jasmine, I'll definitely try with something else, because I think it does let in enough light. It's pretty easy to water through here, and I love kind of the shadows it creates on my walls when the sun comes through, which is nice. So I'm just trying to kind of get it out of here. I remember how difficult it was to kind of put it in, but okay. And it has to be like a plant that's like small enough to kind of fit in here and then grow, which is kind of tricky, but here we are. Okay, I just had like a branch snap off. I can hear it. Definitely not doing well. Might not have any hope, but I have high hopes. Here we have it. I just ripped a bunch of the leaves off. Not doing well. You saw kind of how big it was compared, and geez, the roots were really small. I don't think I was thinking it was just so beautiful when I got it that I loved it so much and didn't want to mess with it. So I'm going to put my gloves on. I have my nails that are really long. I don't want to get dirt under them, even though I always forget to put my gloves on and have to deal with it anyway. For you guys, I shall be responsible. I'm just gonna kind of work over this bucket so dirt doesn't get everywhere, and kind of knock all of the soil out and take it out of here. We definitely have roots here. As you can see how small the roots were that supported this plant. I'm thinking, based on looking at it right now, that my best hope is to cut off this end here and then just have this little remaining part and see if I can get some new growth. I'm not afraid to kind of try things and experiment with them and see if they go wrong. Luckily, this plant especially, I have access to more. Like I said, my mom has like 10 of these huge ones growing in her yard, and they like grow so well. They grow like crazy down in Florida. I kind of just wanted to bring it back, but you know, it's possible for me to go get another cutting to go root that cutting again like I did here. So I'm not too worried if this doesn't work, but I obviously would like it to work. I always use a clean pair of scissors or pruning shears and disinfect it so I don't get any disease anywhere. But I'm just gonna cut like half of this off. There's also kind of some dead roots going on. I remember, okay, I do want to say, I know that these aren't like white roots, but when I got them originally off this plant, they were this color. So I'm not too sure. I don't see any rot here. I'm not too sure if they're still alive and healthy, but this is kind of how I saw them, if not smaller. So I do think they grew a little bit. So I'm just gonna cut here at the node. And this again is what I should have done originally. Okay. So this dead stick is gone. This here is what I have left. This is kind of depressing. I have this gone, but I have a little bit of the chunk here that is kind of has some root growth as well. So I might save that too. I'm just going to peel some more of these leaves off that are definitely dead and not coming back. I might leave a couple just to see if that does something. But for now, I'm gonna put this in water and I'll update you guys on what happens there, if there's any growth or whatever. I have that in a little jar right now. To be honest, I did this to free up a pot because my boyfriend shatters all of my terracotta pots and we're kind of down a couple. So I just need to create more for now, which is why I have things growing in like the most random objects that you guys would make fun of me for and shame me for, but I don't want to talk about it. Oh my god, guys, I have growth. It has been a little under 4 weeks since I took apart the jasmine, stuck it in water, the piece with the roots and the piece that didn't have the roots, and I've got new leaves coming along on the part that did have roots, and on the part that didn't have roots, I have tiny little growths. You can see little leaves coming along. So this was a success story. I cannot believe it. This is why you never, ever, ever give up on your plants. Never judge them by what's above the soil. Look underneath the surface, see what you've got going on with the roots, and you may surprise yourself. I even have new growth coming on these little roots here that you can see. This is awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and get more updates on this plant. Thanks.